Yes, boss. Let's do it, man. Anybody who breadcrumbs you should be cut off immediately, right? Now, if you don't know about breadcrumbing basically goes along with like somebody not giving you what you're truly worth, or they're giving you bare minimal in the situation. It could be whatever. It could be like friendship, relationship, whatever the case may be, right? But the main purpose of breadcrumbing is to actually extract from you and not give you anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, give you the bare minimum, whatever it is that you deserve. And when people get breadcrumbed, I'm going to be honest with you. The people who get breadcrumbed are the people who are really worth something, and they just don't really get what their full value is, because the people that they're probably intertwined with or they're around, they're the people that are takers, and they're the people who are not deserving. So part of the trick that they use is to make sure like they whisper sweet little nothings, or tell you little things that you want to hear, or prey on like whatever it is that you need. Mind you, if you watch my videos, in order for somebody to manipulate you, you have to be weak in some form of an area. You get what I'm saying? So that could be, let's say you need love. So somebody can manipulate you and play like they love you in order to get something up out of you. It has to be like an even exchange for that person. You have money. Okay, I need money. You need love. Okay, I'm going to play like I love you so I could get that money. You get what I'm saying? It's like an exchange for an exchange, but you're not really getting anything. You're just getting sold a false dream. You get what I'm saying? And when people try to breadcrumb you, you have to understand this, right? This is a part of human nature and law. If you're used to something or you linger in something, the longer you do, chances are you're probably going to stay there. You get what I'm saying? So and this is like a rule I'm even learning with like renting as well. Let's say you have rent and your rent is at a certain rate. I don't know if this is like really real for everybody, but this is like a thought process I heard for like, what they call them, like property owners. Like if your rent is set at a certain rate and it's a good rate, and it doesn't really change and it's reliable, steady, that's the more chances are you have of like locking in a person and they staying with you longer, like in a longer term sense. You get what I'm saying? And that goes with human nature as well, like being comfortable. Not saying like you're being comfortable with being breadcrumbed, but you just become comfortable in a situation where you're just used to bare minimal. So if you're a person who's been getting bare minimal all the way around, you're going to have to reach a point to where you don't want that anymore. You get what I'm saying? You want more for yourself. So if a person's going to breadcrumb you, just understand that there's a lot of things behind that as to why they're going to breadcrumb you. Rule number one is this. If a person's going to breadcrumb you, they probably don't have what it is that you're looking for. They see what it is that you need. They can't provide, but you have something that they need, so they're just going to play along with that in order to extract from you. As well as that, some people just use it as a manipulation tactic just to gain ends on you. You get what I'm saying? And some people, when they get that close to you, if they're that devious, they can go a little bit above and beyond and just elevate the manipulation a little bit more, either with fear, love bombing, whatever the case may be. But you have to understand that anybody who's going to breadcrumb you, it's never a good thing. All it is just to waste your time and drain you. And that's another thing with breadcrumbing, why I said you need to cut off people immediately. If a person's going to breadcrumb you, yes, they're going to waste your time, but you need to understand this as well. You're going to be drained from that. If you're putting in a lot of effort into a situation and you're under an illusion that, you're going to get something back from this, you're going to put forth a lot of time and effort to making something work. Hence, if you're putting forth time, and time is something that you cannot get back, guess what? That was time either wasted, or however you look at the situation, you could take the good with the bad and said you found a positive in the situation, you learned something, and that way time could be something that was well spent because you learned something out of it. You get what I'm saying? But if you're wasting time, then you're going to be drained from that situation. Whatever the case may be, if it was a relationship you tried to make work and that person never really loved you or cared about you, guess what? You put in a lot of effort, and they were just wasting all of that. You're not getting that back. You feel me? You could have put in months, years, whatever the case may be. That's something you can't get back. You just got to take the good with the bad, or take the lesson and just keep it pushing. You get what I'm saying? Friendship wise, you could have been friends with somebody. Yo, this person wasn't really a friend. They just know I needed a friend. So they manipulated me and played like they were my friend and breadcrumbed me. And in that situation, I probably gave more and I didn't receive as much. You get what I'm saying? Breadcrumbing. You need to understand this, right? In like the whole ordinance of breadcrumbing, put it like this, right? If a person is going to breadcrumb you or waste your time or whatever the case may be, they're really just banking on the fact that you'll never know your real value and you'll stay there, dog. Mind you, as I stated, if you stay in a situation long enough and you're comfortable there, or if certain things don't, if an event doesn't take place where it shakes you up or move you, you'll probably just stay there. And you will just never know what you could have really gotten in return of value if you would have went elsewhere. You get what I'm saying? It's just like that famous saying, that famous story about how your value, you may not be valued in one area, but if you go somewhere else, you'll be valued. I think they said like a water bottle at a store is like $1 at the gas station. If you go to like the airport, that same water bottle is probably like $8. You have to understand something. Depending on where you are, your value can go up or it can go down. You could be in a situation hanging around or lingering around people that are breadcrumbing you, and they don't really respect you like that. They probably don't even like you like that. You get what I'm saying? And you're just wasting your time and your value there. It's a benefit for them. Versus if you were to pick up and move elsewhere and go somewhere else, you probably could have gotten more out of your return of investment. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to understand and look at it like this. In life, and I'm really seeing it like this, I've heard this before, but I never really looked at it like on a deeper scale. Everybody's going to get used in life, dog. Everybody is going to get used. It's like who you're going to let use you. You get what I'm saying? What's the value? What's the return on this? You get what I'm saying? You could be hanging around somebody and it's like, yo, they're using you, but let you try to ask or use them for something that probably will never happen. Breadcrumbing. You got to get up out of there. If people do stuff like that, they don't really have an intention of giving you anything. They just come to like suck you dry like a mosquito or like a leech and take everything and just, I'm out. You feel me? That's how some people are in life. Some people have a carnal mindset like that. There are some people in survival like that. And that's the either they've picked it up through early childhood, certain things that they've learned or that they developed or whatever the case may be, and they seen that it's worked for them, so they just keep that game running. You feel me? Other than that, you might have some people who, you know what, I'm breadcrumbing this person until I can either get something else up out of them or until this other situation changes. There's different ways that a person can try and use you or extract up out of you or give you bare minimal and try and get everything up out of you, and it's like you've never gotten anything up out of the return. You get what I'm saying? And when people see that they can run this game on you, they look at you in different kind of ways, like you're weak, either you're lost, you ain't got no sense. Like, you get what I'm saying? But it's a fun game for them. But you have to understand that if anybody breadcrumbs you or gives you signs of that, or you could play dumb to see if they're going to continue doing it, that's the game that they're running. There are a lot of users in the world, bro. There's a lot of takers, and they're growing by the day. There's a lot of people, they don't know how to give to people. They don't want to give to certain people, especially if they know that you're deserving. This is another angle I'm going to tell you, right? There's some people in life that look at you as probably either abundant, you're responsible, you having your way in life, your what they say, your cup runneth over, like everything is popping for you. So let me just take from you. You get what I'm saying? Or let me see where you're weak at so I can manipulate you in that area and just get whatever it is that I need up out of you. There are people who move like this. That's why you have to be aware. And as I stated, anybody who's breadcrumbing you, I'm not saying check it at the door, because anybody who breadcrumbs you, the point of you checking them is like you just wasting air. I just basically say just keep it pushing. You could go AWOL, you could play dumb like you don't know nothing and just bang it. That I like to play with people's mind in certain ways where I know what you're doing and then I just go AWOL. You get what I'm saying? Or I just play the game however I want to. But you got to understand something, right? In life, breadcrumbing is not a good thing. If somebody breadcrumbs you, they're going to give you bare minimal. You're not going to be getting what you're fully worth in that situation. And the longer you stay there, the more you're probably going to be pissed off at yourself once you get out of that situation. If you do, you're going to realize, yo, how much time you burnt up, all of the stuff that you did. It's like, example, you ever heard somebody say like, yo, I spent so much money on this girl, or everything I did for this dude, and this, that, and the third, and this is all I got, and I got cheated on, or they moved on to the next person? You want to know why people are talking like that? Because a lot of people didn't get their ROI, return on investment. You get what I'm saying? They got breadcrumbed. It wasn't like a reciprocal situation. It was just one-sided. You feel me? So you got to understand this. When you're in a situation of being breadcrumbed, it's going to stay that way. I'm not saying people can't change, but you trying to change a person like your God or your Jesus or whatever the case may be, that's not, chances are that's not really going to work, dog. You probably got to move on from people and let people, let time sit with people so people understand the things that they did. Yo, I tried this person, or I used this person. Yo, I stole from her, or I stole from him, or I used everything from this person. I got nothing. That's when people start to set in their mind and weigh it out on the scale the things that they did and if they can come back, or even if they could even fix the situation. You get what I'm saying? So it's just different ways that you can look at it all. You just got to understand this, and I'll say it once and for all. Breadcrumbing or you getting bare minimal, that's not good. Especially if you know, not being a person who's in a delusional mindset. If you know that you're fully worth something, yo, I'm an asset, yo, I help out, or I'm trustworthy, I'm reliable, or I do for this person, and you're not getting anything back, or it's like a pushback for you to even get something, you might as well just pick up and keep it moving, dog, because those people already set up whatever it is that they were going to run for you, whatever game, or they're comfortable in their ways, or some people might have not seen the errors of their ways, or that's another thing. There's some people who really don't see how selfish they really are until either somebody tells it to them or they sit with themselves and they really start to see, yo, I'm selfish, or somebody does what they did to you to them. You get what I'm saying? That's how that stuff could work out. So it's mainly like a tale of two halves. So put it like this. Just remember in life, always be the person who you're getting back your value, dog. You don't settle in life. I'm not telling you settle like try and reach for these unexpected things. Like, no. Always work hard for what it is that you want. Don't be delusional. Just be a logical person, dog. If you know a person is trying and you see that they're trying, yes, you could work with them. You get what I'm saying? You see a person ain't putting in no effort, you could dismiss them people, or you could give them a chance to, yo, it's another shot for you, whatever the case may be. But you don't have to fight for a situation that you probably don't have a place in. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I to uplift you, because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. It's 440 for the world. Just remember this in life, dog. Never settle and never like accept the bare minimal that somebody gives you, especially when you know that you're worth something, dog. Remember, I tell you this all the time, especially if you watch my videos. I've been on YouTube for 4 years now, dog. If you know for a fact, bro, that you're worth something, dog, and you've wasted your time in a situation, you got to give yourself some form of a chance, bro. And if you're not being respected in that situation, you need to pick up and move elsewhere, dog. Time is something you cannot get back, dog. A promise is a comfort to a fool, bro. You can hear these little nice little things a person says they're going to do for you, but actions speak louder than words, dog. If a person ain't moving with action and they're all mouth-based, they just jaw-jacking, bro, they're just going to waste your time, and they're relying on talk game to get them where they need to be. You feel me? And once they get whatever it is that they need up out of you, it's a high chance they're going to discard you, bruh, and act like they never knew you. You get what I'm saying? And when somebody does that to you, I'm telling you right now, that is one of the dirtiest things in the world. And there are people who act like that and act like, yo, they never needed you, when the whole time you were the reason why they actually got somewhere in life, or they actually made something, or they were actually able to accomplish certain things. You get what I'm saying? There are people who know the foul things that they do in this life, dog. Just don't be a person who accepts breadcrumbing, and don't believe that bare minimal is what you deserve in life, especially if you know that you deserve more, man. 440 for the world, man. Peace.